Hello and welcome to 5 at 5. I have with me Debashish from Barbados, Ishan Shahane also from Barbados, and Snehashish Mukherjee, a little close to Barbados but from India, from Kolkata itself. Debashish and Ishan, before I go to you guys, and I'll quickly go to them because they do not have electricity in their area, but these two gentlemen, the the more I praise you, it almost has become like a coffee with Karan show, where we are praising each other continuously. But the truth is, the dedication is there because honestly, I didn't think you guys will be able to join the live today, considering you do not have electricity in your area because of the Beryl. Is that the name of the storm?
Hurricane Beryl.
Yeah. We will show you the pictures from there. Debashish, if you can tell us a little more details because you're right there.
Yeah, Trisha, the place where we are staying in right now in Old Town, yes, it has been raining, but then nothing means obviously not very scary. Means that's the good part, and I think Barbados might have escaped the after effects of the Cyclone Beryl, and that's a good news. But hopefully airport opens again and the flight resumes because we are all awaiting the Grantley Adams Airport to reopen again because it shut down from 8 p.m. yesterday and it will remain closed till 12 p.m. today. But hopefully it stays like the weather improves and the flight resumes so that we can take the flight back home tomorrow.
Absolutely. Ishan, give us an update about how's the Indian team going about it, and also you said, in fact, I'll come to Debashish after that. If you could tell us more on your interaction with Jaisha. First, Ishan, if you could give us an update about the Indian team, and then Debashish, please take over from there. Tell us about what Jaisha, spoke to you guys and the media guys and all that.
Yes, yes. So, Trisha, the Indian team will be staying indoors for now. There's no update about them leaving for now, but I'm hoping with the conditions that we're seeing, it's not as severe as we thought. So they should be expected to leave if it opens up, if the conditions are not as severe as it is at the moment. But in my opinion and in Debashish's opinion, I feel that it's not looking as bad. But at the same time, you don't want to mock something like this and possibly say that what, this is nothing. You like ye to kuch nahi hai, and then achanak se 1 hour later you might see this really turning up into something that you didn't want. So I'm just being a little careful. I don't want to say anything, but now the Indian team is in the hotel. They're staying indoors. They want to be safe. Everyone is staying indoors at the moment. So it's only 7:30 in the morning at the moment here. So I think we're still going to wait it out for some time. We're going to see how it plays out in the next few hours, and then according to that, I feel a decision might be taken, Trisha.
Absolutely. Debashish, Mama and Ishan, hopefully you are safe. They are safe. We can see them, and we are thankful for that. After Hardik Pandya, Mama is the second most popular person in Caribbean islands. No doubt about that. Whenever Debashish has gone for a West Indies tour, we have realized how popular he is in the Caribbean. But Debashish, you did mention in our work group about Jay Shah's concern towards the Indian media as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And BCCI is taking all steps so as to ensure that all the Indian media who are here reaches back home, and more so the Indian team because they are not. They do not know really. None of the Indian cricketers know really that support staffs. And all they want to do is to go back home because they are the world champions. And obviously, there is some felicitation. And the team will be traveling to Delhi instead of Mumbai. They might meet the Prime Minister at his residence. Few of the cricketers who are part of the Zimbabwe squad will then leave for Zimbabwe tours because the other players have already left. So that's the update. And then obviously, in an informal chat with the media, the BCCI secretaries spoke about many things. Obviously, all important before the all important Australia series, the team will have a shadow tour. The India A team will be traveling down under to prepare themselves ahead of the big series. Obviously, the new head coach of the Indian team who replaces Rahul Dravid will be taking off in his role as the new head coach from the Sri Lanka series, the white ball series in Sri Lanka. So those are the two main headlines as of now. Uh, and as you can see right now, these are the visuals from the Indian team hotel, which is being shared by one of the guests who is right now staying in Hilton. So hopefully, we get to see the weather improving, and only then the Grantley Adams Airport will reopen again for the flights to resume. Trisha.
Absolutely. Snehashish, I would like to come to you on a different note, but do you think, I think this, we were having this chat yesterday, do you now think that it will be a little tougher for Gautam Gambhir to pick up from here?
Uh, I don't think that way because see if when a departing coach wins the ICC trophy in his last assignment, I think it's a little more, it become a little more difficult because then the expectation become much higher from the next one, right? Because you expect then he should win at least one or two trophies. But if you ask me about Gautam Gambhir, if he really becomes the next Indian head coach, I think he has his own way, and I think he can be successful. But Dravid winning a trophy in his last assignment should not put a pressure on him. And as a media or as a fan, we should not look that thing in that way. I think because we shouldn't put a pressure on Gambhir that Dravid on ICC trophy with this batch, so you should start winning the trophy from the state series only, or from the state tournament only. It might take some time, and it should take some time because Gambhir is new to this batch, and he needs some time to understand the players, the role of the players that he will like to give the players to play in different circumstances. So I think time will be needed, and we should Gambhir or anyone who will become the new coach. But Dravid winning the trophy in his last season should not put extra pressure on the new coach.
Right. Rahul, I'll come to you with CFL updates, but actually, before that, guys, whoever has questions for Debashish and Ishan, quickly fire it, because in 3 4 minutes, I'll let them go because they do not have electricity in their area and they need their phones to be charged. Ayush Jindal, QT Debashish Mama, is it true that Jay Shah delayed his travel plans to travel with the team? Debashish?
No, 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 no. None of the flights, Indian team, the board secretary, the Indian team, they do not have any because the airport is closed down. So how will the flights resume? So it's only after the airport reopens after 12 p.m. Today is Monday. So after 12 p.m. here local time, when once the Grantley Adams airport reopens, then only flights will resume. And the BCCI will take the first flight to ensure that the Indian team they travel out of Barbados. So because and from there on their way back home. But then, as far as the Indian media is concerned, there were few flights which were already cancelled. So, concerning um, there are a lot of concerns with reporters who are here in Barbados right now because see it's really concerning when your flight gets cancelled. Means when you are abroad and it's not that you are very close to your country. It's almost 24 hours journey. Means we travel tomorrow and we reach on the 4th of July. So it takes almost more than 24 hours to reach. So it's a long, hectic flight. You have been to West Indies, you know what it is, how hectic it goes with the jet lags. So let's hope the all we pray is that to weather to stay improve, and then only we'll see the airport reopening and flights resuming.
Absolutely. Anit, Lele sir has left Barbados. Any other reporter has left? I saw Pakistani journalist Sana Bhai doing live from Barbados. I don't know if people have a count of who has left Barbados and who hasn't, but Anit, I think maximum people are stranded, and they are stranded not because they have cancelled their flights or they didn't want to travel. It's because if the airport is closed, nobody can travel. Dex, Trishama, comment now, please. Is it a category 4 hurricane? I don't know what's a category
Yes,
4
yes, it
hurricane.
is. It is.
It is. There it is. It's a category 4 hurricane. If there is any other question for them, we'll take it. Rohan, if you can just text me if there's any other question for them. Otherwise, I'll let them go because I'm very scared there. His phone is losing charge because of the lights. Our South Africa team yet to leave.
They have already left. They have already left yesterday only, yesterday morning. South Africa team
With
are
the
already
red
left.
photos. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yes.
So Dex, the South Africa team has left, and much like the South Africa team has left, thank you so much, Ishan Chahane and Debashish Sen, for continuously, coming up with updates. Do keep updating us. Shabdhane theko Mama Ishan, absolutely. You guys, please be careful. And also, please keep updating us. Even if you can't come live, even if there is no videos, do keep WhatsApping us and updating us, because I think all of us are very worried till you guys. Did you get the players' T-shirt? What T-shirt? Oh, did you get the jersey? I think that's what he means. Devashish, somebody was
Uh,
gifting Ref Sports a jersey, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Not yet because Tristan yesterday most of the players were in their rooms. So let's see if we can manage to go to the team hotel. We will definitely get one for our studio. But I had already got this jersey signed for Rohan, so I'll be taking it. I'm taking it back. But as far as the Indian team's jersey, I am yet to receive it because we couldn't see any players. Means obviously they were Rinku Singh, they were Khalil, but then understand. I would want a player who was involved in that playing 11 for that big final.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ishan and Devashish again. Ishan, Dex South African team has left. That's the news on them. Um, as I said, Rahul, Rohan, and Snehashish, the four of us will take. Is there going to be open bus tour in Mumbai with trophy? Uh, the team is yet to
No,
leave
I think.
Barbados. So let us wait for the team to leave Barbados, because it's a natural calamity happening there. Let's be a little more patient and let's pray for everyone's safety. Devashish, do not venture out for any news or anything if it's not safe enough. Nishan, same for you, and both of you, take care of your phones and the charge and the food as well. Thank you so much, Ishan, Devashish. You can
Thank
leave
you, Darshan.
the live. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone.
Safe, safe, keep us updated.
Stay safe, Mama and Isha.
Thank you
Thank you.
Rahul. Thank you Snehashish. Thank you Trisha.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Rahul, you are wearing, you should tell everyone what you are wearing. You're wearing a Sporting Union jersey, yes, but there's a specialty to it. It's a retro
Yeah,
jersey.
absolutely.
Suddenly the
It's
frame
a
changes.
retro
So, how
jersey. The club for
so
which Sunil Chetri played, Ronaldo started his career. So there is a lot of legacy in this jersey. Though not the real one, but still. First of all, I should thanks to my teammates because they are the one who gifted me this jersey on my birthday. So of course, this is one of the best present that I have received this time in my birthday. So thanks to them once again. And really, it's also look nice as well. The retro feeling.
uh, Rahul, you have been, the CFL is back and you have been visiting the grounds, you have been going to the matches. Just give us an update on the CFL.
Yeah, for so far in this CFL, the Kolkata Giants are dominating, except the Mohun Bagan because they haven't started the season yet. Tomorrow they will start against Bhawanipur FC, but so far Mohammedan have played two games. Today they played another against Khidirpur, but unfortunately they couldn't salvage a point. They pulled off only 1 point against the Khidirpur FC, but they started on a strong note with a 6-0, 6-1 win over Wari, and the same thing happened with East Bengal as well. They also started on a dominant note, beating the Tollygunge Agronami side by 7-1, and that's the great result, big result for East Bengal team. And they have announced themselves in style because 7-1 is a result you rarely see in this tournament. And very pleased with the young brigade of the East Bengal. But this time there are a lot of talents, and of course I wouldn't be surprised if I see three or four of them in the ISL team next in this season. So let's see just the beginning of the season, and looking forward to some exciting game and a lot of emerging talents in the upcoming games.
But Rahul,
Rohan,
yesterday I saw the Bengal
yeah.
game. They were the opponents were very weak. If you see Mithun Samanto in the goalpost, we have seen Mithun the play for Real Kashmir in the I League, but he was not even close to his actual form. He missed a goal between his grips, butterfingers in between the first post. It was not a 7 goals match. They
I
played
agree.
really bad. You have
I
to play
agree
really bad.
because I was also surprised when I saw Mithun Samanto conceding the two silly goals. That was like a school level goalkeeping for Mithun Samanto, because I have seen him playing for not only for Real Kashmir, also played for another I League side, Trau FC. So a
Yeah.
lot of expectation from Mithunda, but unfortunately, hopefully in the upcoming days he will better his performance. But what actually happened with Taliganj Agrohi, because on paper, Taliganj was much experienced side compared to the East Bengal young team. But actually, I think they have lacked that combination, coordination. They haven't gelled together. I think that's what have reflected on the result. So I think that's why the result was like that, 7-1 in favor of East Bengal.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Rohan, I will be coming to you with, I will be asking you about the Euro and Copa updates. What's going on? Let us know. Oh my God, Rahul, you are having coffee. In fact, can I tell a funny story here? I remember, Rohan, remember this? We went to Rahul's
तो
place.
साउंडটা খুব
Rahul,
কম আসছে আর কি।
what? Our sound. Amar sound.
সাউন্ড আসছে।
Amar.
Yes, তোমার।
You guys also feel ki sound is low?
আসছে।
Yeah.
বলো।
Suddenly we have broken into Bengali, but we went to Rahul's place. Garge and I, after a shoot, I think we went to Rahul's place, and Rahul had made some awesome coffee for us. Just got reminded about that coffee. Rohan, coming to you, tell us how's Euro and Copa going. CR7 old club. Yes, Rahul is wearing CR7 old club, and
Sneha is wearing
Sneha
PSG.
is wearing Mbappe old club, and I am wearing
নেপাল বিরাটনগর
Nepal's
এফসি
jersey. Both
বিরাটনগর
playing in
এফসি
Euros today. Coincidence.
I,
Rohan,
I am only wearing India jersey.
yes.
Yeah, so Euro, the biggest thing is now that in quarterfinals we will see Spain and Germany facing off each other. Sadly, one of the contenders of the tournament will make an exit from a quarterfinal itself. We were hoping this such a big clash to happen at a later stage, but I have seen yesterday's match of Spain versus Georgia. I have written the report. The only thing is that this Spanish side really impresses. Me and Rahul were discussing it in the morning also. It's a great young side, plays passing football, great wingers with Nico Williams and 16-year-old boy who is still a student who does his homework after the Euro matches, Lamine Yamal. And this is a great side, the Spanish side, and the German side is also a very good side with a lot of young talents and a mix of uh, experienced players. But both the sides, we all have been discussing this, that both the sides do not have a proper box number 9 striker. So every player knows how to score a goal. They have been scoring goals via different players, but they like Germany. If we talk about Germany's box 9 striker in the recent past, we will remember Lucas Podolski, Mario Gomez, and if we talk about the Spanish side, uh, box striker Fernando Torres in the 2008 Euros in that phase. But now Alvaro Morata is not in that level. So both the teams lack that a box 10 striker of that caliber, which we already have seen. But comparing these two sides, it will be an even contest. But yes, both the sides have some great young, exciting prospects. Portugal will be playing tomorrow, I think, right? Right, Snehashish?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Portugal will play tomorrow.
maybe tonight only, 12:30.
It's
Yeah,
12:30,
tonight.
so it's tomorrow,
Uh,
ideally.
tomorrow only, na? Technically tomorrow.
Technically, it's tomorrow. Absolutely. Snehashish, I'll come to you. Guys, do note and tell us in the comment section if you have seen people discussing 4 or 5 different tournaments. Because now I'm going to ask Snehashish about the Indian women's team's victory against South Africa women team. We sealed a 10 wickets victory. It was a dominant display, yes, but just take us through what was going on in your mind, because we were texting again. By the way, to tell you guys, any match going on, Snehashish and I have a lot to talk about that match. One of these days our WhatsApp chat should be leaked to know how much we speak about matches. Your take on the Indian women's one-off test match against South Africa women?
At the end, it is a dominant win, obviously, and I think in this stage format we have been performing very well in recent times because we have seen that defeating big teams at home, it is consistent. So I think it's a good time for us as a Indian team, as a PS team, especially. But I think I will be more happy with the match ended, without India batting the second innings. Because when take all the wickets in the first innings for a score of 70, and then still you have like 350 lead to your side, and then you expect the Indian side to bowl out the opponent again within that lead and win that match by innings. So I think we have to be fair to South African batters. The one who came back in the second innings. I think Laura Woodward batted very well, and especially that opener, Lukaku. I don't know the
Sunelu.
yeah, maybe. So I think she batted brilliantly after in the first innings and then 100 in the second innings. I think she played brilliantly, especially against the spinner. Her footwork was very, prominent and very decisive. So I think overall it was a great batting display from South Africa. It's a big credit to them because when you are trailing by 350 runs, and then you are recovering that, and giving Indian opportunity to bat again in the season. I think itself it's a win for them at least. But overall, I think it's a dominant win. India will be happy. The most positive part of this match, I think, Lukaku got much confidence. I will say, I think this 200 will, help her to be in a good frame of mind before this upcoming T20 series. And hopefully, this 200 will help her to give a long run of form in every format of the game going forward.
Snehashish, if your fan is on, switch it off, because at times your voice is getting cut. Rohan, can we take a few questions? Then I'll go on to the next.
We have a super chat.
Mohammedan
Manoj
supporting.
Maiti, Mohammedan supporting. আমাদের ক্লাব নিয়ে কিছু কয়েন না।
কিছু কয়েন? রাহুল কয়েন।
রাহুল কিছু কও।
বাংলায় বলবো।
আজ মোহামেডান কত হলো স্কোর শেষমেশ?
আজকে 0-0 ড্র হলো, বাট মোহামেডান টিমটাকে নিয়ে বেশ প্রাউড, কারণ তারা এবছর আইএসএল খেলছে। আর আইএসএল খেলছে যে তারা কিন্তু মানে একদম তা না যে তাদের ইনভেস্টারের সমস্ত টাকা একদম উজাড় করে দিয়ে টিম বানাচ্ছে, তা কিন্তু একদমই নয়। বরঞ্চ তারা কিন্তু বেশ কিছু ইয়ংস্টারদেরকে চান্স দিচ্ছে, যারা অন্যান্য টিমে সেরকম সুযোগ পায় না, সেই সব প্লেয়ারদেরকে কি এনে কিন্তু মোহামেডান স্কোয়াড করছে। অলরেডি 5 জন বিদেশি তো কনফার্ম, আর একজন বিদেশি এখনো বাকি রয়েছে, যার সাথে কথাবার্তা প্রায় চূড়ান্ত, বাট এখনো অ্যানাউন্স হয়নি, তো খুব শীঘ্র অ্যানাউন্স হয়ে যাবে। বাট মোহামেডান যেরকম টিম বানাচ্ছে, অবশ্যই টপ 6-এ ফিনিশ, অবশ্যই চ্যাম্পিয়ন হওয়া তো একদমই সম্ভব নয়। ফার্স্ট সিজনে চ্যাম্পিয়ন যদি হয় খুব অবাক হওয়ার ব্যাপার, বাট অ্যাট দ্য সেম টাইম এটাও আপনাকে দেখতে হবে প্রথম সিজনে এসে কিন্তু কোনো টিমই চ্যাম্পিয়ন হয় না, ইস্ট বেঙ্গল হয়নি, পাঞ্জাব এফসিও হয়নি। সেই দিক থেকে দেখতে গেলে মোহামেডান কিন্তু যেটার উপর ভিত্তি করে যেভাবে দল করছে, তারা কিন্তু সিএফএল ও বেশ কিছু তরুণ তুর্কিদের সুযোগ দিচ্ছে, যাতে সেখান থেকেও বেশ কিছু প্লেয়ার উঠে আসে আইএসএল এ। তো সেই কারণে মোহামেডান টিমটাকে নিয়ে খুব ভালো লাগছে, মানে যেখানে অন্য দুই প্রধানকে দেখা যাচ্ছে বেশ কিছু টাকা খরচ করে অন্যান্য বাইরের স্টেট থেকে প্লেয়ার আনতে, সেখানে কিন্তু মোহামেডান অনেক বাঙালিদেরকেও সুযোগ দিচ্ছে। মহিতোষ বলো, তন্ময় বলো, সজল বাগ বলো। তো দেখা যাক এবছর সিএফএল এর শুরুটা ভালো হলো, মাঝখানে আজকে খিদিরপুর এগেইনস্ট ড্র। আশা করা যায় এবছর সিএফএল এ ভালো ফল করবে মোহামেডান। তো এখন এটাই দেখার বিষয় যে কত দূর অব্দি এগোয় এই দলটা।
আচ্ছা, আজকে রবীন্দ্র সরকার কার খেলা ছিল?
রবীন্দ্র সরোবর নো আইডিয়া,
আমার
দেখতে
কাছে
হবে।
রবীন্দ্র সরোবরের ম্যাচে হাইলাইটস এসছে, যদি ইফ ইউ ওয়ান্ট উই ক্যান প্লে দ্য হাইলাইট ফর 1 minute.
হ্যাঁ,
Sure, we can. But before that, Rohan, question for you. Who will be
হ্যাঁ,
next coach for India football team?
কোনো ইয়ে নেই এখন।
In the
200
year,
প্লাস
this is the
200
year.
প্লাস নাম জমা পড়েছে।
English,
নাথিং,
re.
লাইক as per news, I think 215 applications have been submitted. 215 have been submitted to the AFF, but nothing is yet finalized. We have been talking of the Korean coach, Rahul ki naam?
পার্ক হ্যাংসো।
Park Hang-seo, but he is too costly for India to afford. He has done wonders with the Vietnam side. We have been discussing with Snehashish on that, but he's too costly. I think Steve Match used to get 30,000 US dollars per month, and he charges something more than double, I think. So
So we
so
are
he is
moving
quite
on
costly.
from this.
Yeah. So that, but whenever we'll get any update, we'll be breaking the news. Some Euro question we have. Rahul,
I think Havertz and Musiala can expose Spain's backline. I mean, Le Normand and Laporte struggles on the interlapping runs. Germany will win easily against Spain because of their midfield more. And I was almost about to read the XP also. I was like, what is XP? Extra. Then I was like, oh, XP is for the thing. Got it. Yeah.
Snehashish,
Snehashish,
Rahul, any thoughts
Yeah,
on
to
this
some
one?
extent, I agree with Dex because so far I think Spain hasn't been tested by such threatening attackers, because so far they have won against Albania, Italy, and Croatia, but none of the team had such a winger or attackers who are capable of, who had such kind of composure and dribbling skill and quick feet that Jamal Musiala and Kai Havertz poses. And also, what augurs well for Germany is that, in the last game of Germany, Kai Havertz, produced an extraordinary display. So he'll be confident ahead of this game. And at the same time, Germany will be playing at their own backyard. So though Spain are playing an extraordinary football this time, after disappointing season in World Cup and in the last Euro, so far in this decade, I think Spain is playing the best football. But at the same time, it's unfortunate to see that one of the two best team, will be knocked out in the upcoming match day, in the upcoming quarterfinal. So that will be difficult to see, because so far these are the two best team who have produced and the best football that we have seen so far in this Europe. So it will be hard to see. But yeah, I agree with Dick, because so far Laporte and De Rotman hasn't faced that kind of attackers in this Euro so far. But obviously they are going to be tested against Jamal Musiala. And Jamal Musiala, what a story! He would have played for England, but he has chosen to represent Germany. And also so far he has contributed a lot in Germany's success in qualifying into the round of 16, and also against Spain. Also, he will be looking forward to contribute for his nation. So let's see how Spain tackles both Jamal and Kai Havertz.
England and Germany, quite good friends in historical terms.
Yeah, yeah.
We will quickly ignore that and go next. Trisha, kichu bolun please. Kichu bolla. This I'll take. Chalo. Luke, Cappy again. Snehashish goes the other direction. Lou, Cappy, and Wolfie looked good while batting. Competitive T20 series coming up. Absolutely, Shirish. I think the best part in the second innings was the fact that they looked to attack the balls which were not in the stumps and were there to be hit. That's why they were scoring runs. And once you do not get bogged down, obviously the bowler will also then start getting a little desperate to get wickets and will falter a little more, and that's your chance to get runs. And obviously Wolfie has had a good 2024. In fact, uh, she became only the third women cricketer to score hundreds in all three formats. And guess what, all three hundreds have come in 2024. So that tells you a lot. In the last 6 innings that she has played, 6 international innings, I think she has scored 200s and 150. So she's in very good form. The only problem is, unfortunately, the whole South African team is extremely dependent on these three. And with Marizanne Cap not bowling, South African bowling is looking very, very weak. That is where I think the Indian batters have been milking it well. It's one thing to get poor bowling, and it's something completely else to actually take advantage of that. And I'm glad that Indian batters have taken advantage of that. T20I series, yes, it will be interesting because from India's point of view, we can just whitewash the complete series. India women team has defeated England, Australia, and South Africa now in Test. Don't you think frequency of Test should increase? Sports fan, I have another point in this though. You are
Also
saying
5
that
days,
India.
not 4 days.
Absolutely, but there is one more thing. When you say India has defeated England, Australia, and South Africa, it was a one-off test. While I am more than happy that India has defeated all the three teams and top teams, but here's my question: when you go to another, when you go to some other country to play test matches, you take at least one game to settle down, because remember, the ODIs and T20Is are white ball games. So for a red ball game, for any team touring India or India touring any other country, we need that one test match to settle down. And we saw that clearly in South Africa's second innings. They learned from their mistake, they adjusted to the pitch, the slowness, the bounce, the turn of the pitch. Had there been a second test match, that would have been way more competitive. So not only increase the frequency of test matches, make it 5 days, and also make it at least three test matches. Yeah, come on. I mean, the girls are playing so well. India women display well to draw that test in England last time. I agree with you, and I'm not saying that India has never won. We have won the one-off test matches in England under Mithali's captaincy. We have done well under Herman's captaincy as well. I'm not denying that, but I'm just saying, to make it more competitive and make it more interesting. I mean, imagine this: if Ashes was a one-off test match, or if a Border Gavaskar Trophy was a one-off test match, would you really credit the team that has won in its home soil? It would be a little difficult to credit the team that has
And
won in the
now
home soil.
the men's border India Australia series border Gavaskar trophy, we are increasing from 4 days to 5 days. So
Exactly.
it's
And
now
the women
time to
calendar,
make a series.
the women calendar obviously is emptier than the men's calendar, so you can fit in 4 5 tests. The other part is, women do not travel as much. See, for example, the T20I series is in Chennai itself. So all that I'm saying, in Chennai, use different strips, make three test match series, makes it more
Yeah,
interesting.
একদম. So
uh,
one question for Snehashish.
yes, please.
सर,
Sir.
पाकिस्तान के लोग और कुछ साउथ अफ्रीका के लोग बोल रहे हैं कि सूर्या का कैच बाउंड्री से टच किया और 6 था, अंपायर ने अच्छे से नहीं देखा. आपका क्या ख्याल है, कहना है इस बारे में स्नेहाशीष?
Can I say one line? I'm to say one
यस,
line.
स्नेहाशीष आप म्यूट में, तो आपको सुनाई नहीं दे रहा. विशादी बोलिए.
My one cent to this is, वो क्या है ना, लोग वही देखते हैं जो देखना चाहते हैं, तो कोई बात नहीं.
सही बात है. आई थिंक इसके बाद ज्यादा बोलने का जरूरत नहीं है, पर फिर भी मैं इतना ही बोलूंगा कि कुछ पिक्चर ऐसा वायरल हो रहा है कि जो किचन होता है उसकी तरह खींचा हुआ था, जो एक जो छाप छाप होता है ना, जो ग्राउंड के ऊपर वो छाप की बाउंड्री तो बाउंड्री थोड़ा ज्यादा होगा, तो और जिधर पाव है सूर्य कुमार यादव का, वो थोड़ा इस साइड पे है, तो ऐसा बोल रहे हैं कि बाकी लोग. तब तो इंडिया अगर जीतेगा तो पाकिस्तान फैन बोलते रहते हैं, तो बोलेगा कोई हैरान होने का बात आ रहा है. और जब पाकिस्तान में
पाकिस्तान के फैंस, पाकिस्तान के जर्नलिस्ट, पाकिस्तान के फॉर्मर क्रिकेटर्स इंडिया के अगेंस्ट कुछ भी बोलते हैं, मैं तो सरप्राइज नहीं हूँ. हाँ, जो
तो
बोलते हैं उसमें सरप्राइज होती हूँ कि अरे यार इतना स्टूपिड बात भी बोल सकते हैं, स्पेशली व्हेन दे आर क्रिकेटर्स, रिपोर्टर्स एंड फैंस ठीक है यार बोल रहे हैं, पर क्रिकेटर्स तो छोड़ ही दो।
कोई बात नहीं, इतना सरप्राइज होने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है। पर ठीक है, अब बोलने दो, ट्रॉफी तो हमारे पास आ गया ना, तो अभी हम लोग चैंपियन है 2 साल के लिए। 2 साल बाद देखेंगे तब बाउंड्री सही में लगेगा उन लोगों को बोलना है बोलने के लिए, और वो लोग जीत गए और हम कांग्रेचुलेट कर देंगे वो लोग जीत गए, हम लोग बाउंड्री छोटा या बड़ा है हम लोग देख लेंगे। पर अभी हम लोग चैंपियन, हम लोग को एंजॉय करना है, पहले हमें प्लेयर्स को वापस रखा तो सेफ, फिर हम लोग एंजॉय करेंगे, मतलब तुम रहो और enjoy करो।
एब्सोल्युटली। और जब इंग्लैंड सिर्फ बाउंड्री से जीता था, वो क्या जीतना था वर्ल्ड कप, पर वो जीता था ना, वो रूल था, वो अंपायर्स का रूल था, वो आईसीसी का रूल था, अंपायर्स ने खुद नहीं बनाया था, आईसीसी का रूल था, उन्होंने फॉलो किया, इंग्लैंड जीत गया। उस मैच में भी काफी हद तक न्यूजीलैंड वाज द बेटर टीम, but it's fine, people have their opinions, but my question is, where were these Pakistan journalists, Pakistan cricketers when that happened against New Zealand? वो इंडिया जब होता है वो उन लोगों को थोड़ा ज्यादा
मैं उन सब के लिए एक छोटा सा मैसेज संदेशा मेरा तरफ से, say it again but without trying please.
oh mic drop.
Acha, one question, Rohan, Snehashish, Rahul, do you think South Africa in cricket, like Netherlands in football, I mean, despite both producing world-class teams and talent in every generation, they have not won a World Cup yet? Absolutely. Me and Snehashish were discussing this while traveling back from office to home the last night only. Netherlands, absolutely yes. 1974, 1978, and in 2010, 3 World Cup finals and 3 losses. So they have 3 silver medals, but not a gold medal yet. Quite like the South Africa team, they produce generational talents, but yet fail to win it. Rahul, anything more to add to this point? We have been discussing this a lot.
I should say that you should don't even compare them with the Netherlands football team. I think they are at least better than the South African cricket team, because who lose a match from when you need 27 or
27 of
28
29.
balls, and you
27 of
27 or
29
20
balls difference. Yeah.
29 was it? So just
Now,
imagine losing a
when
match
when
from
when
that.
Klassen got out, it was 24 of 25 needed with five wickets in hand.
Yeah, at that stage, when I think every Indian journalist in the press box started, packing the laptop, people working in the broadcast, I think everyone knew that, from here there's no chance for India to revive. But still, when South Africa, I think in everyone's heart, there was a soft corner, and they thought, at least 5% hope that, when it's South Africa, still there's a lot of few percentage of
South
chances, and
Africa,
that
South
really
Africa and
happened at the
Bangladesh.
end.
South
And that
South
Africa
really
Africa and
did,
happened in the
Bangladesh.
because
end. Yeah, so they were not only fighting against India, but they are also fighting against the tag choker, because that was evident when Klassen got out and Miller was alone at the crease. But they consider, what's the name, Maharaj and Keshav Maharaj and
Keshav
Marco
Maharaj.
Jansen as an all-rounder. But what they did, they couldn't, help Miller, because Miller was alone, and the pressure, started crumbling on Miller, and it was evident that they were not only, playing against Indian team, and they were not only playing the World Cup, at the same time they're also playing against their tag joker. So don't even compare them with the Netherlands football team. They are doing far better things in this Euro as well. So don't compare them with the Netherlands football team.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I wanted to
absolutely.
add one more thing. The choking part is so in them that even the team management choked. Rabada won them a game 2 nights ago. You are not sending that guy who hit sixes and won you the game 2 nights ago
Yeah,
in the from that same position. You are sending Keshav Maharaj, who has not won you any game with the bat. I mean, for God's sake. Like, yes, we deserve to win, but with South Africa, it was 24 of 25. It could have been 5 of 25. And still they would have
Easily.
somehow managed to lose. Yeah, I'm quite sure. Rohan, I don't
the
know what are you
the
looking at
the
me for.
only time Netherlands actually won something was the 1988 European Championship. but still they have something to cheer about. South
They have
Africa
still,
doesn't have that.
yeah, I was just about to say. And also, I would like to correct one thing, Dex. It's the South African men's team that you're talking about, while the women's team doesn't choke. Gargi Raut. Hey guys, what are you chatting about? We are chatting about how you ditched us, Gargi Raut. How you ditched us and didn't come to the live. You should join from wherever you are instead of commenting. Join us.
गागी भाई तुम भी ज्वाइन कर लो, लिंक तो भेजा हुआ है.
हाँ join कर लो यार. I just by the way, Gargi is in IOA. For what we will reveal that later. No, she's not joining
We
IOA.
do have a lot more comments on. We do have a lot more comments on the women's cricket.
Please take it. That's the way to
Yeah.
go. Why don't we have point system like women's ashes that would help and make tests more important in such series? Shrish, point system, no point system here doesn't make a lot of sense because I'm repeating again, if it's a one-off test, it's a huge advantage for the home team. And just to make that better and make it more competitive, I'm talking about the women's test format. I'm not talking about the series as a whole, because the series as a whole has a lot more significance, because now the T20I series begins, and in a few months, Indian women's team is going to now play the T20I World Cup. So this series is extremely important. Point system, sure. I think one more series, I can't remember, but India had played a series in England which had the point system, like women's ashes. So that can be done. But to be very honest, the way the players have played, and the best part about every single women cricketer is their commitment towards playing red ball cricket. That's why I hope the number of test matches are increased and included in every tour. We didn't have Gargi take my question. Gargi,
गागी ने रिप्लाई किया. गागी dates have not even been.
गार्गी टेक्स्ट कर दो फिर. आप भी कमेंट में आंसर दे दो गार्गी.
डेक्स आप कमेंट पे क्वेश्चन करो, गार्गी कमेंट पे आंसर दे दो, आप अपने में चैट कर लो.
आप लोग कंटिन्यू करो अपना चैटिंग कमेंट सेक्शन में.
अपना कंटिन्यू करो. Oh my god. Let's take some other comment, Rohan. Pant is overhyped.
A heavy comment. We should give Bharat Ratna to Bumrah, deserving candidate. Absolutely
I'm
right.
telling, give him the presidentship, give him the prime ministership, give him everything.
Everything.
Yeah, just give him everything. Are we eavesdropping on Guardian Nexus chat? Yes, Shirish, it almost feels like that, that we're.
अरे open platform पे chat करेगा तो लोग देखेगा ही ना.
Comedy Ki Dukaan has said Pant is an overhyped player. Sneha, take this. Is Pant an overhyped player?
No.
Sneha,
he's mute.
Go. You talk to yourself. Gargi and Dex can go to one side and talk to themselves. You talk to yourself.
In this comment, I forgot to unmute you. How can Bishop Pant be overhyped? They have Bishop this World Cup maybe, especially in the T20I format. Because in the T20I format, go by the stats, you will see that Indian situation seems to deliver compared to his talent, compared to ability of hitting big sixes and all in T20I. But since the recent IPL, in the IPL also,
That's the answer, Shirish. Toota hai Gaba ka Ghamand. That was because of Rishabh Pant, just by the way, guys. Sorry, Sneha, Shirish, continue.
Since the recent IPL, and now while batting at number 6 for India in this World Cup, especially when both the openers didn't bat it, the consistency. Either Virat Kohli got out early, or either Rohit Sharma got out early. Maximum number of matches. Then the one had to bat around starting from the faster batting corona. So then coming out to bat and play the shot and the way he handled the pressure, I think no one can call him overrated player right now because he has been matured enough. Yeah, still at some stage he has been very angry with him because of the big shot he did, especially against the spinner. But we have to accept that the leadership that he believe that he could play a good team. But when it comes out, he also takes the go. Whatever he does against it, he can execute that shot perfectly. But when it doesn't come, it looks tricky. I think it's also, I think Mustapha also thinks like the things before. I think he also doing that to keep things in his mind. But the team management has backed this year, and that is his X factor. I think as a team management as a whole, he also have to back him because that is the only one that they can follow. And what Nick has commented, especially in the state format, you don't have such a executive better lineup other than the way he has batted over in test matches, the cover, and they got England match, the match me and Tristan were discussing that day. Rahul and he scored that 100. Given their loss, but both of them tried and keep the players alive in the game for a long time. So I think that especially in the test matches, he has a very good player and he will be a very good player. But in the T20s, he has proved everything. He's out of form and hopefully will continue to do.
Absolutely. I think Pant and Shafali
This is
were
a
not.
very good answer.
Ye- yes. Shirish ji says Pant is high risk, high reward player, but he has played well in many tough situations. England Oval Test, Sydney, and obviously Gaba. But here's the thing, with players like, and I'm taking Shafali's name here because I feel both of them. I'm not saying that both of them play like as players they are the same level or anything of that sort, but I'm saying they have the same kind of or same style of play, and that is where it's a high risk, high reward which works more the longer the format, the reward also becomes the more. That is why Shafali scores a 205 quite easily in a test match, whereas in T20s we have seen that for a number of matches for a few years Shafali has struggled, and same goes for Pant. Because the shorter the format, it's almost like you're confused exactly how much risk to take, when to go after it. Do you even have a single ball to see and maybe defend it out? Trisha, do you like Laura Woolward? Oh, I absolutely admire her. Absolutely, absolutely love her. I think apart from Mithali Raj and Virat Kohli, if anyone's cover drive I have admired so much, that's none other than Laura. I think, what a batter! What a batter! Genuinely, I've seen very few batters who can make that straight face and go on batting with sheer class, sheer grace. Oh, actually, it would take me an entire day to describe how good she is. I'm a huge, huge Laura. Forget about like, I'm a huge, huge Laura Woolward fan. And the only reason I'm feeling bad that South Africa is losing is because of two players, Woolward and Marizani Cap. They are my absolute, absolute favorites. Uh, Sneha, there's a question for Rahul and Snehashish. Dex, what is your question for Gargi? You have no question for Gargi. What is this?
यही क्वेश्चन था क्यों ना
Rahul, take this. Rahul. SA made, I swear I read Snehashish SA made. I'm not Snehashish SA. SA made 2023 World Cup semi final and made the final this year. Do you see them as the contenders in the upcoming ICC tournaments?
Yeah, I think they are very much capable of, because if you take New Zealand and South Africa, most of the time they remain a contender to finish in the top four. Though New Zealand have faltered this time, but South Africa has maintained their consistency of being favorites. And the squad they have, most of the players are still gonna play in the next World Cup as well, in the T20 World Cup or ODI World Cup. So they have that potential, to reach the top four in the upcoming tournament as well. But God knows whether they can remove that choker tag or not in the future. But keeping that apart, they have very much potential to reach the semi-final or the final of the upcoming ICC tournament.
Uh, Mayank Madan, no, before that, Mayank Madan asked whether we would be coming live for Euros tonight. Guys,
not today from the semi-finals and finals, quarterfinals and
so
final. From the quarterfinals, semi-final, final.
tell them the day and date. Don't irritate.
Huh?
Tell them the exact date. Don't be rude.
Quarterfinal, semi-final, final.
Okay, quarterfinal, semi-final, final. So the answer is not tonight. Yeah. Freaking awesome, Shirish. Yeah, but at the end of the day, Indian government will decide as it involves player security. Oh, the Champions Trophy. Of course, the whole talk around whether India will visit Pakistan for Champions Trophy or not. It seems like as if Rohit and Virat will sit and decide and they will go. It is a larger issue than that, guys. It is not cricketing issue anyway. And Rahul is acting like he's not on a live, he's in a movie theater. First he's coughing, now he's having some sort of dry fruit or something of that sort. He's having full fun in the live. He's entertaining himself with food.
What can I do? I'm feeling a bit hungry, so I need calories to speak. That's why.
Dex, I had a Gargi Formula One question. Gargi Formula
I
One
had
question.
a
Gargi has a
one
particular Formula
question
One.
about
Now
yesterday
Takes have
offline.
started following a Formula One as well to ask a question to Gargi.
Dex and Gargi are such a
Guys, are you
brilliant.
there to answer?
Yeah, Gargi, are you there to answer? Then quickly answer in the comment section or quickly join the live because you have the link in the office group and answer this. As far as Dex, we are concerned, the only Formula One that I have seen in my life is there was some go karting that I did in Singapore. That is the only thing I know about Formula One. So Gargi has to come back and answer.
Guys, we open.
Shirish, exactly. At times, I feel like this is a separate chat, but I don't mind if it's happening, in the comment section. Sharmishta Gupta says enjoying this. We are also enjoying it, to be very honest.
But
Yeah. So
tonight
what?
as well, there are two exciting games in the Euro. It's Belgium versus France, and I consider it one of the best games so far in this tournament because it's going to be, what I say, a riveting clash because Belgium and France, both of them are considered
Again,
as favorites.
again, anyone will be eliminated today.
Eliminated.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the sad part. But both of them are considered as a favorite to finish as top four. But both the teams
Yeah.
are yet to produce
Belgium
their
is
best
another South Africa
play
like team.
in this tournament yet. So that will be
Be-
interesting to see which team. Yeah, Ronda.
Belgium is
Yes,
another
yes.
South
Let
Africa like
Rahul
team.
finish, then Rohan, you get into it. Aram se. We are not in some other channel. This is Rev Sports. We debate pyar se. Come on. Rahul.
अरे सही
Yes, that's the interesting part that France are the favorite this time, but in the group stage, they have scored only two goals, and there also one came from a own goal and one from the penalty. They have a dream attacking lineup, but still, they have failed to score goals. So that will be interesting to see whether they can score against Belgium or not, because Belgium, of course, they had a topsy-turvy group stage, but still against France also, they are ready to. Even Kevin De Bruyne has also said that they will give their best to
I
stop
agree.
France. So it will be interesting to see tonight that which team goes through the into the next round of quarterfinal and who gets knocked out.
France will go through.
Rohan.
France will go through. France will go through.
Literally,
Belgium is another South Africa like team. So they will have a lot of talent, but then again choke at the end. Uh, Take away VAR from tonight's game, then Belgium might win. Lukaku will score hat trick
yeah.
if VAR is not there. So we
Luka, oh
still
my
have
God,
the
you reminded me of Lukaku. Rohan, this is we were watching Belgium versus Croatia in the FIFA World
World
Cup.
Cup, FIFA
Oh
World
my
Cup.
God, I could have gone down and killed Lukaku that day. He almost scored 4 goals,
Yeah,
almost, but
he
actually
is
didn't
always
score a
that,
single.
almost
Yeah,
scoring goals.
he almost scored 4 goals. And just by the way, Boria sir was down with fever because we were right behind the Belgium dressing dugout, and there was the AC, I think, was at 1 degree or something, if it's humanly possible to be at 1 degree. But here's the interesting part. Please take Dex's question again. This time
Kuthay?
he has made a new thing. This is after Mayank's Pant is definitely an overhyped player.
Hey, where is Boria, sir?
No, he has not written Boria, sir. He has written where is Bo, sir. Can you see the personal relationship that he is developing? He has a separate formula question for Gargi. We call him Boria, sir, but he calls him Bo, sir. Dex has really become like very close to all our team members.
Sarojini
Shasad
Resport,
Ali
yes,
at
bhai, thank you.
Rev Sports and this has become an Ekta Kapoor serial. Rev Sports, Rev Sports, Rev Sports, Rev Sports.
I
After
think
that,
this Spain squad is almost par with Brazil 2002 squad, but you have a Messi-led Argentina to defeat them in the World Cup finals few years back. So thank you so much.
what?
So he's
Sorry,
saying
Unfortunately,
that
huh?
unfortunately, I was born in 2001, so I don't have anyone
Well,
else
this is
have such
unfortunate,
kind of
Rahul.
special talent to watch
uh,
a football game within 1 year of your birth. So I also couldn't watch that game. So I also couldn't watch that year of Brazil performance. So unfortunately, I can't comment on this.
But you are
So if
one
anyone,
year old, right?
yeah. So I
but
don't know whether
yeah,
anyone else had that kind of supernatural talent to watch game within 1 year of his birth. So I didn't have, but still.
No,
yeah,
I
absolutely. No,
watched
that Brazil team was very good.
Yeah,
Brazil were super.
Brazil team was very good. 2002, I can vouch for it because I this now I might miss a Brazil game. Back then, I obviously never missed a Brazil game.
Japan Korea World Cup.
They were phenomenal. Phenomenal is,
Japan
I
Korea
mean,
World Cup. Yeah, Ginho,
yeah.
R9, Lucio,
Oh, R9. Oh
Carlo.
my God. Yeah.
I remember
What a
that goal. Ronaldinho scored versus England. David James. He was way out of his line. The ball went past, and with that goal, David James landed directly from the World Cup to Indian ISL.
ISL. Shiri says the curse of Chelsea number 9 still on Lukaku. Nehashish, what do you have to say about it?
Maybe. I kind of agree to that because the Chelsea number 9 cards is very, very real. Because I think Diego Costa was the last one who somehow managed that card, to handle that card. But apart from that, till now, I think that card is going on. The same with Manchester United, the number 7 cards. Still Ronaldo left, no player has performed
Hmm.
at famous that. And you see Mason Mount coming with such a nifty amount last season, and he got injured. He didn't play that much in the last season. So a huge season for coming also. So I think that Chelsea number 9 touch is real, and but I really want Lukaku to play well today and scoring some goal. I don't know the result. I also think that France will be the team to go through. So they're just too good. They're just too good. But I want to see Lukaku performing well because he is coming to this tournament after a very good season. So I think Belgium also wants him to do well today.
Absolutely. Like if you see,
One
but
second. Snehashish, you
yeah,
said you don't know the result. How will you know the result? You are Snehashish the Mukherjee. You are not Paul the Octopus. That you will know the
No,
result.
yeah,
Sorry.
But I
Chelsea
think
number
both
nine.
Belgium and India are in the same condition. Both are in search for a striker who can for Belgium who can replace Lukaku, and for India who can replace Sunil Chhetri. So both of us are in the same state.
mm,
When we talk about Chelsea number 9, Fernando Torres, we have seen his tremendous form for Liverpool, but when he came to Chelsea, in 100 and looking at his statistics right now, in 110 games he only scored 20 goals. I guess Torres was also Chelsea number 9.
maybe, yeah, maybe. I think last successful
Anybody who
number
hasn't
9.
scored goals, give them Chelsea number 9. Just blame Chelsea number 9 for everything.
This is an interesting one. I think Lukaku needs to switch his position with Doku.
Interesting, because during the Manchester United days, Mourinho used to play Lukaku as a winger because of his pace, and he used to score goals in that position. because that might be an option and an interesting one. But I don't see Lukaku playing for Belgium as a winger because Lukaku is a number, complete number nine striker, and you want to use his header and all everything. And when you play from the central position, then you can only you can use your header as an option when ball will coming from Doku and other wingers from that position. I think for Belgium, I don't think, but he used to play as a winger for Manchester United, and Mourinho
But
used him.
now Lukaku with his physique, I think he won't be able to play as a winger, with that
Fine.
kind of physique.
Yeah, খেলা সাজাতে পারবে না, খেলা বানাতেই পারবে না।
Doku is much faster than Lukaku, so I think Doku needs to play in the very same position where he has been playing in the last 1 or 2 years for Belgium.
Good one.
And for
Over
Lukaku,
failed too at number 9.
Oba failed too at number 9, but TPF he was good only for Arsenal.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes.
For a
forgot
second
about
I read
Aubameyang.
RCB and I'm like, who's this?
Aubameyang was too good for Dortmund also.
Well, take freaking awesome's question. No, before that, take Dex's question. Otherwise, he'll again complain to Gargi that Gargi is not taking his question.
Excellent.
So Dex says, Devashish Mama, the true storm chaser. I don't think Mama was chasing the storm. It just came there. It's an incident that happened. Guys, please.
Stormtrooper.
The storm chaser.
Stormtrooper.
Trossard is the main culprit for Belgium. Who's gonna take it? Rahul.
I don't think so. I think so far what Trossard has done for Belgium, I think is very decent. And of course, how can you bench Trossard because he also has been great for Arsenal as well in the Premier League. So that's why he is getting a opportunity in the playing 11. And for this Belgium squad, I think so far what I have noticed, I think they are lacking finishing touches in the finishing third because we have seen Lukaku, wasting so many opportunities. Although 3 of his goals have been ruled out for VAR for offside position, but at the same time he also getting a lot of opportunities which have failed to convert in the group stage game. I think that's what Belgium has been lacking. Other than that, it's also augurs well for Belgium that Kevin De Bruyne is also back in form. In the last 2 games, I have noticed that he is also dictating the terms in the midfield. So also he's going to be the great threat for France in tonight's game. But what Lukaku needs to do, he needs to convert his chances. Whatever chances he get, whether 50-40%, he needs to convert those, or else it's going to be tough for Belgium.
Freaking Awesome says, after India, South Africa have the best win-loss ratio in T20 World Cups. They have been struggling in knockouts. They reached the final this time. Hope they will win an ICC tournament soon.
We also hope that.
Freaking awesome. It would be actually freaking awesome if they win an ICC tournament. But the way they choke, I doubt. Because after all, I know what you're saying. They're struggling in knockouts. But that is the main stage, right? Even this year, honestly, I'll tell something honestly. I think Snehashish and I discuss a lot. Snehashish and I had discussed the biggest difference that we found with South Africa the other years and the South African team this year was they had actually won all their group matches were also close games where they sealed the crunch moments and won. That is where, of course, Snehashish and I had a huge expectation. While we did not want them to win, but we did have a huge expectation that it won't be that easy. And when it was 27 of 29 or 25 of 27, something of that sort, I remember Snehashish and I just looked at each other and we were like, the moment Klassen got out, we were like, oh God, is South Africa starting? And then I remember Snehashish had said, but remember this year South Africa is not choking. And then South Africa said, oh, hello, we will prove you wrong. We will choke and show you how it's done.
Yes.
Akram would definitely win them a World Cup. He has good temperament as a leader to inspire his troops. But the troops also need to put inspired performance. No, only inspiring is not going to help. Guys, by the way, we spoke about football, we spoke about cricket, but we need to speak about a major Grand Slam that has started today. What has started today, Rahul, Rohan? 2 rupees?
Wimbledon has started, but before you go to Wimbledon, as we were talking about France and Belgium, just let me give a small statistics. I have been
Don't show
just
off. Rohan, don't show
searching
off.
the,
No,
no, no, just
because
searching the website.
hmm,
France and Belgium, 26 matches France have won in this competition. France versus Belgium in this match. 26 matches have been won by France. 30 matches have been won by Belgium. So Belgium leads in this head-to-head competition. 19 matches were drawn. France have managed to score 131 goals, and Belgium have managed to score 162 goals in this clash. So statistics say Belgium are ahead, but I would still say France are ahead in today's match.
absolutely. And I have lost my, train of thoughts.
Wimbledon,
What was it?
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon. Yes, of course. Shirish G has said Wimbledon. Sean has said hi. Hi, Sean.
Sean Nguyen,
Uh,
hi.
yes. And Dex says Wimby grass season. Dex has befriended us. Dex has befriended Wimbledon also. Wimby grass season. Yes, said not even Wimbledon. Yes, it's the Wimby grass season. The Wimbledon has already started. Round one has started. We will be doing reports every single day, and I will be giving you update. If you want, if you want me to pick up favorites, I would say among the among I mean Wimbledon ATP, I expect Alcaraz and WTP. I don't expect, but I hope my favorite wins. And who is my favorite? Iga Swiatek. Rahul is doing something we don't know what is he doing because he has switched his camera off all of a
राहुल
sudden.
चार्ज पे रहेगा.
Oh, okay. Uh, Dex says Zverev will dominate Wimby this time. Oh, interesting.
देख जी.
Interesting. Maybe the Wimby grass. Maybe that Wimby grass has been tested by Dex.
They have a long tail, no genuine all-rounders for them. If a couple of targets batters go out of form, it's very difficult. South Africa, I guess.
Yes, of course. Honestly, no. If you ask me, because Jensen has 50s. I mean, he's not a Hardik Pandya kind of genuine all-rounder. I get what you're saying, but it's not like he bats like the way he batted in the final. It's clearly pressure, and also, and also, of course, Rabada. I think Rabada, even in what do you guys think about Tristan Stubbs and his future?
After
Oh,
the
I,
way he
I
got out in the final match, I think
Rohan has started thinking less of Tristan Stubbs after the way he has got out. But Snehashish, what do you think about Tristan Stubbs' son's the way he got out?
Uh, Forget that the way he got out. Because if you think about that only, then you will be very worried about his future. But overall, he is a very good player, and I think it's a bright future for him. And he has some capability, cleaning six. But the one thing that I want him to work, that to play longer innings with some more maturity, because the way he was batting in the final and the way the partnership was going between him and Quinton de Kock, that partnership with more 30-40 runs, the game would have been completed for South Africa in very earlier stages. So I think that is the one portion that should work. And I think he's a very young player. A lot of period, waiting is there waiting for him, and he will run. He will run definitely. I think the experience of playing in the IPL has worked for him in this World Cup. The way he played for Delhi, especially the way he batted at the position of 4 and 5, that helped reciprocate the performance while batting at 4 or 5 for South Africa. I think that's a huge bonus for him that in the franchise cricket also he is batting at the same position that he is batting for the national team. So that is a good thing. But overall, he is a very good fielder. He is a very good hitter. And the one thing I will look in the future that this is what that playing in longer innings with more maturity. And I definitely think he can win more games for South Africa.
What was my biggest take from that innings of Tristan Stubbs? Actually, two things. I think if we had seen in the IPL Jack Fraser McGrath, and I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing his name correct, but it's something like this. He was also hitting the ball quite cleanly, but the difference was he was hitting the ball like a baseball batter, which means that in tougher pitches, he will not be able to score runs unless he changes something about the batting. I'm not completely putting him off, but I'm saying it will be a disadvantage. But with someone like Tristan Stubbs, he has both the offense and the defense, and a straight batted offense. And the other thing is, he was reading Kuldeep Yadav very well. I know a lot of people will think that it is because of the Delhi connection, but it is not that, because he has clearly said that when he was in Delhi, Kuldeep actually wouldn't bowl him the wrong one, because he didn't. Kuldeep didn't want to bowl the googly, probably because of this clash in the final. But the way he was comfortable in picking not only Kuldeep, he was picking up Akshar also very well to an extent. And this is what I think Snehashish is also saying, that he needs to change. That when you start picking up bowlers really well and you're seeing the ball like football, which was how Tristan Stubbs was playing. In fact, his innings was more sublime. Yeah, that's how he got out. I mean, what was he even trying to do? Like, what? Um, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he was actually facing every single spinner very well. He was judging the ball very well, to the extent that he was almost playing the shot in his head beforehand. That is where he has to stay in the present moment and then take it from there, of course. Um,
The comments are keep piling up.
Coming, yeah. When they SA lost 2 wickets and in a difficult position, they played well to get back into the game. But when they're comfortably placed, they choke. Funny, not sure what's wrong with them. It's all here. I'll tell you
Mentality,
something awesome. I have always
mind.
said this, and I think in the live also I've said this 100 times, that cricket is 70% here and 30% execution.
Winning is a
Uh,
habit.
no, we are not playing self-help quotes here. That I quote something, you quote something, Rahul comes up with another quote, Sriyanshish with another. I was just
Winning is
trying
a
to
habit.
explain. I, I was just trying to explain the. No, if that's the case, Rohan, then both of them were, in 8 undefeated matches. So winning is an habit, but as far as choking is concerned, again, it's in the mind.
That is also a habit.
Uh, yeah. What is
That is also a habit.
what choking?
Joking.
Yeah, choking is also a habit. That is true. But that happens because I think Janssen under pressure did not think clearly. He did not had to hit the winning runs. Uh, Klassen took a how to play Kuldeep masterclass for Stubbs before final. Quite possible. Quite possible, because Klassen is an extraordinary batter against Kuldeep Yadav. And Tristan Stubbs was also extraordinary on that day, but thankfully he got out. Steve Stock, Dave is saying Steve Stock is more talented than David Brevis. Uh, but you know what, Dex? The biggest problem with most of these youngsters is they're not consistent enough. They need to be more consistent to actually have a real impact. Amit Sadhu says it was a battle of chokers. One has to choke at the end of knockouts. SA did it. I'm not too sure if it was a compliment or what is happening.
This was going on in social media before the final. Generational
Oh, okay.
chokers and chokers of the last decade.
Okay. So thankfully we have got over that tag to some
Yeah.
extent. I would say to some extent, because um, you know Surya Kumar
Uh,
Yadav saved us. Otherwise we could well have
Michael
been
Vaughan
playing.
was trying too hard to jinx it, but he failed.
Michael, what Michael Vaughan actually reminds me of? Michael
Like,
Vaughan reminds me of a kid. A kid next door. Every time he comes with some kind of a toy of his, a gun or a whatever, cricket bat or something. The moment he gets out, or the moment something happens in the game which is not to his favor, he starts crying, he packs his thing and he goes home. And then he says to his mother that Trishan is a very bad woman. But the next day he comes back and plays again. That is exactly who Michael Vaughan is. You know, the moment something goes wrong against England, he's like, "Oh my God, the pitch is for India. Oh my God, this is for India. That is
We
for
have
India."
taken multiple booster doses.
Correct,
Like,
correct, Sirish. We not only booster. I think these booster doses were those pictures that were going around in social media. You remember the Nimbu Mirchi and Kajal, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Guys, it's 1 hour 15 minutes that we are going on talking non-stop.
अरे
They
केवल
made a
थामते
trick
ना
by
सबाई पता बोले they missed a
they
trick by
missed a
not
trick
playing
by not playing
batsman.
Barbados is not spinner friendly wicket, and also historically India struggled against new bowlers facing a bowler for the first time. Um, interesting. In whose place are you suggesting that Bartman should have played? This is an interesting suggestion. Snehashish, do you want to take it? For some reason, I was going to call you Shubhashish.
In the later stage of the tournament, Shamsi came in for Batman. If I'm not wrong, because they introduced Shamsi in the West Indies cricket, and he performed well before the final. Both left-arm wrist spinners for both teams had tremendous influence. Like Kuldeep took 10 wickets in 4 matches, and Shamsi took 11 wickets in 4 matches. So I was like worried that these two players will determine the final. But unfortunately, both of them got back for sixes for fun. And the way batters batted against them, I think the pitch played a role because the pitch was not that much of spinning or that much of role for them to have an impact. But I think the batters batted well against them. But if you see the current momentum and the way Shamshi was bowling, it was tough to include Batman in place of him. Yes, Batman bowled brilliant, I would say, because the initial stages in the US, but the pitches were kind of bowling friendly, and the way he bowled, you have to give credit to him, and he was very impressive. But I think maximum South Africa fans knew that when the team will go in the West Indies leg, it is obvious that Shamsi will come to play, and especially along with Tristan, because those wicketers might determine the game in favor of South Africa. So I think in the final, Shamsi should have played, and it will be very, injustice to him after taking 11 wickets in 4 continuous matches by just dropping him, by just dropping in the final. So I think it was the right call for me, but who knows? Maybe Batman would win the
Just one thing, before we end or before we take the next comment, before we next the take comment, I mean, happens 1 hour, 17, 18 minutes live. It does happen. But Ariana Sabalenka, one of the top contenders for Wimbledon, has has pulled out of the tournament because of a rare shoulder injury. I was actually waiting for a Sabalenka Swantek, contest, because it's fun. It's fun because Sabalenka is a super player. It's sad that she had to pull out, but it is what it is. I think also a lot of people are saving themselves from injuries because right after this is the Olympics. It was a long session, Shirish. Shirish is acting as the anchor of the show. It was a long session, but very
अब
fun.
पीक
Lots
into
of
Gargi
laughs
Deck
and a
private
peek
convo.
into Gargidek's private convo like neighbor ki aunties. So see, Shirish, if you and tell your friends also that if you subscribe to Red Sports, you not only get to be a sports fanatic, at the same time you get neighborhood auntie experiences. You can speak your mind out in the comments, and you can also check on Mama and Ishan and keep us updated. See you all tomorrow. Sure, Shirish, we'll see you all tomorrow. And guys, let's end the show maybe.
Final to one. As we
Yeah,
mentioned about Michael Vaughan, Wasim
Michael
Jaffer is enough for you.
two, two, to Wasim
And the
Jaffer and
final one,
Shristi.
my favorite one from
I know. The
from this.
moment that comment came, you were laughing. Okay, I have seen that smile.
I don't want to. I am not
Shristi,
in this.
No. Dex has also Dex has come up with another suggestion.
France
Uh,
versus Belgium, Democratic Republic of Congo versus Cameroon. Uh,
এতক্ষণ
this
পরে
is a
বুঝলি ভাই?
typical Rohan type. This is a typical Rohan type knowledge.
So there are people like me. It's not only
but
me.
there's only one player in this France side who belongs to Republic of Congo, and that
Don't,
only the Bryce Samba, the goalkeeper, and also he sits in the
don't.
reserve bench. So as we say that the France is a refugee team, so not many players who belongs to the African nation, because most of them took birth in France after their parents shifted to the country. So that's the I have one surprise stat, and that's when I found that stat when I saw that comment. That's the squad which ranked highest in this Euro with having refugee players, that is Scotland. They have 6 players, who have players from the different nation. Scotland have 6 players, and after that Hungary. So France and Belgium are, they're quite lower in that stat. So that's a bit interesting stat. So
So these are the stats of refugees. So refugees are the ones who actually have to flee from their home country and take refuge in another country. But the France thing is quite a different. The African descendants of France are not the first generation one. They are in France for 2 3 long generations. So
Guys,
that
don't leave. History lesson is on. Do not leave. Yes, please continue, Rohan.
so their descendants, they are now French citizens, but they are of African descendants. So that's the difference. So Dex have mentioned this in a quite jokingly, in a jokes manner, but the main thing is that that is a refuge thing, and this is a immigration thing, but not of the first generation, maybe of a second or third generation.
there's only
So
one goalkeeper in the France team who belongs to
uh,
Congo.
now talk about the USA cricket team, Canada cricket team. They're all US citizens and Canada citizens, but they're all Indian descendants. Like that.
Right. After the sports show, the personal chats, and the history lesson, it's time to move on in life. And let me go
One
and
hour
catch
20
up some.
minutes. Hi, sir.
Yes, exactly. And if you guys keep quiet for 2 minutes, then I can end the show, or this can go on till 1 hour. Like, do we? Okay, guys, comment and tell us, should we go on for 10 more minutes or not? Should we make it 1 hour 30 minutes? No, Rohan, you're not allowed to comment. People who are watching is allowed to comment. Guys, the Swiss also have good number of refugees. One of you take it, please.
Arey,
Yeah,
this
they
is a
have
normal thing in Europe. This is a normal thing in Europe.
Right.
If we talk about the refugee side, then uh, talk about Celtic and Rangers derby. Uh, in India, we mock East Bengal fans as of being refugee. But talk about the Scottish derby, Rangers and Celtic. Rangers fans mock Celtic fans of being refugees of Northern Ireland. So this is common in many parts of Europe. So it is nothing to be surprised of. But we all jokingly mock France team to be a African team because a lot of players have African descendants, but they are not refugees. They are in France for 2 3 generations.
Any to and fro on this history lesson, Snehashish?
I'm very bad at history since my childhood. So I am avoiding.
Very bad at history.
Germany and Turkish
Ger-
immigration.
Germany and yes, Germany and Turkey. So if Germany and Turkish immigration, then few days back only, Ilkay Gundogan said one thing: if I play bad, I am a Turkish. If I play good, I am a German. We had similar quotes from Mesut Ozil also. So immigration, refugee, and Europe, these are long histories, and we all can talk about this on this topic at length. Maybe some other day.
Yeah, maybe some other show of 90 minutes where we talk only. How about this? Rohan, we should start football podcasts.
Yeah, yeah.
Rahul, Rohan, Snehashish, up for it? football podcast.
Yeah, why not?
What do you guys say? What do
Yes,
you
yes, why
guys
not?
say? Because ultimately, you guys decide. If you guys don't want to watch football podcast, then there's no point in doing it, right? So, if you guys are up for it, then we will be definitely doing football podcast. And well, it has been a long session,
Yeah,
but I
just
must
let
say
us
that
know because we follow almost every football game, whether in ISL, Durand, or Super Cup, or whether you say about any European
Or,
league. So you suggest,
or Lukaku
whichever
Rohan
after
content
follows
you
graduation.
need.
Rohan follows 10th division, 15th division,
Yeah,
100th division also. Um,
yeah. So whatever you need, so we can do that. So we need your suggestion.
whatever you
Which
whatever they need, you can do it
I
for
mean,
them.
whatever they're interested to watch, whether domestic Indian football tournament or whether European tournament, so we can start a show on those things.
Let's do podcasts on some interesting football topics, say like refugees, or say for example
Mhm.
number 9 cars, something where we have stories to tell, something where we can get some stats. And then weekly let's do one show, and let us get all the football community
There is a
together.
very good story on cards. As you mentioned, cards. There is a very good story on cards of the Argentine league, Independiente, and I guess Independiente and another team.
Racing.
So racing, yes, yes. Racing was winning the league every every year back to back. Independent supporters buried 7 dead black cats in the stadium compound to bring in bad luck to the team. And from that year, Racing lost and got relegated to the second division until the 7 cats were found. They did not win the league, and after all the 7 cats was taken out, and the cars, as they say, the cars was removed. Racing won the league again.
Wow. See, these are the stories that I'm talking about. We will be bringing in many more such stories, but as of now, we really need to end the show because we have spoken for way too long, I think. But do join us. Do join us for live updates continuously from Barbados. We will let you know when the Indian team leaves, and we'll be trying to get visuals for you as much as possible. Also, join us for Wimbledon updates, Copa, Euro. CFL, but to be updated on every single sport, what you need to do is, of course, you have to subscribe to the channel. Also, one sneak peek, a small sneak peek would be tomorrow. We have a very special interview with the Olympic qualified archer and mother who is making a comeback. None other than our very own Deepika Kumari, and do join us. The interview will be live at 12 noon. Let's hope that all of you enjoy the interview. Keep commenting, and Dex, keep chatting with Gargi and with us. Shirish, do come back. Mayank Madan, thank you for following Rev Sports and commenting. Anit, I hope your son also gets interested in joining this discussion with Rev Sports. Freaking awesome! Just stay freaking awesome and keep commenting. Today, by the way, we missed Dhruv Mitra and Shagnik, and also Murgir Khamader Morino. A few of our regular people weren't there, but I hope all of you do join us every time we go live, because it's you guys who matter the most. And if you guys join, if you guys chat like you guys did, then we get motivated all the more, and we will work harder. And I promise you, freaking awesome. Sorry, I know only cricket. Doesn't matter. We will discuss about cricket. Freaking awesome. You
We'll
know
make
what?
you learn about football.
Exactly. Join us for discussing cricket, and then learn a little bit of football, table tennis, ludo, archery, everything. Everything. We will teach
I
you
know
all
nothing of
sports.
cricket, but then also I'm here.
Fantastic, Rohan. Congratulations on that. Uh, but do join us, and do keep sharing our content, and like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you, Rahul, and thank you, Snehashish, for this marathon live. I enjoyed a lot, and let's shift our chatting to WhatsApp now. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll end with highlights of today's CFL match. Bye bye.
Please do. Please do.
Bye.
এবার হাইলাইটসে পালা, দেখে নেব কিরম ভাবে আজকে ম্যাচটি শুরু হয়েছিল। এটা কিন্তু একটা খুব সুন্দর বল ছিল বক্সের মধ্যে, অ্যালোসিয়াসের হেডার পড়ে যায়। এক্ষেত্রে আরো একটা দুটো কিন্তু চান্স পেয়েছিল গোটা দল, কিন্তু সেগুলোকে সেভাবে কিন্তু কনভার্ট করতে পারেনি। আজকের ম্যাচে দু দলই কিন্তু 50-50 ম্যাচ ছিল। এক্ষেত্রে জয়দীপ সিং এর আরো একটা চান্স ছিল, কিন্তু রামকৃষ্ণ দেবনাথ আজকে ম্যাচে কিন্তু বেশ কয়েকটা সেভ করেছেন। এটা কিন্তু জয়দীপ সিং এর কাছে একটা সুবর্ণ সুযোগ ছিল, তিনি কনভার্ট করতে পারেননি। এটা দেবজিতের আরো একটা চান্স, এক্ষেত্রে পিছন থেকে ট্যাকল করা হয়, যেখান থেকে সৌভিক ঘোষাল একটা ফ্রি কিক পায়, কিন্তু ফ্রি কিকটা কিন্তু আবার পা উঠিয়ে চলে যায় মাঠের বাইরে। অ্যালোসিয়াসের শট, গোলরক্ষক ফার্স্ট পোস্ট টু ফার্স্ট পোস্ট সেভ করে, এবং এটা কিন্তু ম্যাচের লাস্ট বিশেষ মুহূর্ত ছিল। আজকে ম্যাচটা যথেষ্ট